Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. A 7-army nation couldn't hold me back. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. No, 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 no. The album, Dad, Shimmy, Shimmy, AF. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Peter Monn's got a plan for you. And you fell right into it. Beast! Since I'm wearing my Smiths t-shirt today, I guess I should sing a little Smith, shouldn't I? Girlfriend in a coma, I know it's serious. Beast! How are you guys doing today? So, yesterday on Twitter, and yesterday on X, marks the spot. Yesterday on the X, today I'm calling in sick with the X's. God, I have been sick with some X's in the past. But anyway, I'm sure many of you have been too. Did you ever have to call in sick because of a breakup? Listen, that's no joke, right? That is no joke when you are going through it from a breakup, right? And you're like, I cannot come in work today. I cannot come into work today. I can't even get a bed. He left me. Anyway, no, I'm not calling in sick with the tweets today. Today I'm making a video about Jeffree Star and James Charles because... well, first I was going to say this, was that I put on Twitter and I put on my YouTube video yesterday that I was asking you guys for lighthearted drama that you would like me to cover, because it is time for me to get back to the lighthearted drama, okay? Like, this shit has been dark over here lately, okay? It is like, I feel like there was a cloud following me around. Like, it has been some dark shit over here lately, and I already know there's some videos that I'm gonna have, like, this topic is even dark today, right? So I'm gonna try to do it in an old school Peter Monn kind of way. But I already know that there are some topics that are going to be coming up here in this week that we're going to have to talk about. Like, I know that Josh David Evans' interview with Swoop is going to be coming out, so I'm going to have to talk about that. Now, Robbie Kristi, she got pushed into a corner because there are now articles being written about her. I went and looked on her video, and there's not a comment except for from 2 days ago. But she ain't deleting comments and blocking people, girl. Girl, you ain't deleting and blocking comments. Now, all these people want to come out and say to me that I am forcing a response from Kristi, and that I am, like, demanding a response from Kristi. No, girl. Not at all. Okay? And don't get it twisted. There's so many people and so many drama channels that have talked about it. Adam McIntyre talked about it in a video, and he said that if an influencer or Robbie Kristi called him up on the phone and started acting like they didn't know about James Charles, he'd say, get fucked and hang up on him, okay? And trust me, that's going to be the next action that I take when all these influencers want to call me up for advice. I'm going to say, you ain't going to take it anyway, so get fucked. That's what I'm going to say, okay? You know, all these people, I was trying to help Kristi, okay? I was trying to help Kristi. So that's why I said to her, girl, you might want to get ahead of this. Had Kristi come out in a simple 2-minute video, right? Filmed it that day or the next day and just posted it on her channel and said, she didn't even have to take my advice about not putting it on Twitter or Instagram. She could have just done an Instagram story that would have gone away in 24 hours and every drama channel would have saved and commented on, right? But if Kristi wanted to just come out in 2 minutes and just say, hey, you guys listen, okay? I used to be friendly with James Charles. I'm not anymore. I haven't talked to him in quite some time. Okay, all these people now are speculating on what does James Charles have on Robbie Kristi. What does James Charles have on Robbie Kristi? That's a good question. I don't know. What does James Charles have on all these people, you know? Is he just as bad as Jeffree Star? Does he have a burn book too? I don't know, right? I do think it's rather interesting it's been almost 2 weeks and Kristi hasn't spoken about this. I do think that that's interesting, right? Because if Kristi had come out right away and she just said, hey, you guys listen, I was friendly with James back in the day. I started following him in 2016 at this I don't even know what it was, so something, awards or something that she went to, and she met him there, and she started following him there, and I haven't really even kept up with the drama, but yes, I did know what was going on slightly, kind of, and, and I do cover a lot of this stuff, and I am really for advocating for kids, and I can no longer, now that I've looked into it further, and I know all of the specific details in the Cosmopolitan article, I can no longer follow him or support him, and if you're disappointed in me because I followed him up to this point, then I understand that, but right now I'm trying to do the right thing, and when you know better, you do better. Girl, that was less than a minute. Okay, and you wouldn't be in this shitstorm that you're in right now. That was the advice I gave you. I was trying to help you. You took the opposite advice. That ain't on me, okay? That ain't on me, girl. Clean up your shit off yourself. Don't throw that shit on me. I tried to give you good advice. And now Jeffree Star is coming out and he is talking about James Charles, okay? You think this isn't going to get some attention? And who was the last person that was called out? And now it's in magazine articles. Who was the last person that was called out for supporting James Charles? Robbie to Kristi. What did I tell you? You might want to get ahead of this, Kristi. You might want to come out and just address this and get done with it, okay? But you chose not to. So now your name is going to be dragged through the mud, okay? Because you chose not to come out and address it. Not only that, but you're blocking and deleting people left and right, okay? That are being supportive of you, that are just asking you to address this. Because you've had such firm stances on problematic people in the past, yet you will not, you've spoken about so many problematic people on your channel and on Instagram, yet you will not speak about James Charles, okay? It gives very much protector vibes, and I don't know how you don't see that, all right? And yes, I do acknowledge that I know that Kristi is going through a hard time in her life, okay? I also know that Kristi's career is very important to her, and that is why I was trying to help her. And I said to her on the phone, I know you're going through a hard time. I know you went through a hard time. A 2 to 3 minute video is not a lot, okay? It's not a lot. Just to give a response to your audience. Because she asked me for help, right? So how this all unfolds and what happens, don't blame that on me. She called me for help and I gave her help, okay? She didn't take it, you know? I remember when I first got sober back in the day and getting a sponsor, and somebody said to me, because I was like wanting to get the perfect sponsor, right? You know? And a sponsor is somebody that guides you through the 12 steps. And somebody said to me, and I've never forgotten this, right? That when you're drowning and somebody reaches out their hand to you, you don't look at that person and judge whether or not they're somebody who they are before you let them save your life, okay? Now, I wasn't necessarily saving Kristi's life, but I was giving her some good advice. She chose not to take it. Don't take it, girl. I don't care. I do not care, okay, that you didn't take my advice. What you do with your career is absolutely 100% your choice. I've never demanded a video from you. All I've said is I think it would be good for you to make a video, okay? I give a lot of unsolicited advice on my channel. But since you chose not to do that, that's okay. But like I said, I asked people to give me a lot of suggestions for funny, lighthearted drama, and y'all did, and I'm going to be doing that because I got to get out of all this stuff. But there's a lot of dark stuff that's going to be coming up this week, and I already know it, right? So I want to talk about this Jeffree Star James Charles situation here in just a second. And Lipstick Nick, too. Because I think that Lipstick Nick is sending such a clear message to Jeffree Star. And I really think, Lipstick Nick, that your credibility comes with working with all these influencers. And I think maybe that, I mean, it was bad enough when you were picking Jeffree Star as your co-signer. Now you're picking James Charles, which is a clear message to me when Jeffree Star is coming out and speaking against James Charles. And you're posting pictures with James Charles at his house, watching movies. James Charles had candy on his lap. Do you want to guess what candy it was? Sour Patch Kids. I mean, you cannot write this shit, right? Okay, so Lipstick Nick is now siding with James Charles. Girl, you have no clue when it comes to business, okay? You done closed down shop. You aren't working with Morphe anymore. Okay, is this what you're now a clinger on to the most problematic people in Hollywood? You know, somebody said that you don't move unless there's a paycheck involved. What is James Charles? You let him shoot his PR thing at your studio, girl. Listen, Lipstick Nick, you are the most problematic person probably out there because you co-sign all these people's bullshit. And I'm coming for you in this video, okay? Because you don't have a leg to stand on as far as all this bullshit, okay? And the fact that in the middle of all of this James Charles stuff coming on, you are so stupid. You either want to get back at Jeffree Star so bad for something that you are so bitter about, okay? Or you are so dumb that you are willing. I mean, Adam McIntyre said in his video, and I said it in my video yesterday, why would you give your whole career away defending James Charles? Like, are you really that stupid? I mean, I think you're sick talented when it comes to makeup, but are you that business stupid? All of you out there, okay? Whether you think that what he does is wrong or right, are you that stupid when it comes to how you built your careers that you are willing to stand by a self-proclaimed predator? I mean, seriously? You guys, like, seriously, this is problematic. But before I get into that, I do want to give an update on the situation I've been talking about for the last couple days, because I did say that I was going to give him 24 hours and that if he didn't, I was going to take action, okay? So, don't you worry, child. Peter Monn has a plan for you, and you walked right into it. So, do you guys remember yesterday in my video where I said that this video was for one person and it was for him? So what I was banking on, right? Because he had already made this one video that said horrendous things about me, and he said that he hated me, and he was very ageist in there. And we're going to talk about YouTube guidelines in just a second, since people want to talk about First Amendment rights and all this bullshit. Well, here, let me just read it to you right now. I'm not talking about First Amendment rights, okay? I believe in First Amendment rights. What I'm talking about is the YouTube guidelines for harassment, okay? How does YouTube, you can go right over here, you can Google search it, how does YouTube protect the community from hate and harassment? It goes on here and talks about hate speech and harassment policies and consultation from creators who share their perspectives, and goes on all this kind of stuff. What is the difference between hate speech and harassment? And it goes on and talks about all this kind of stuff. Then when you go on here, okay, they even have a video that you can watch on it. I suggest this person that you watch this video if you don't want your channel striked. Hate speech policy. And when you go down here, it says, hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We don't allow content that promotes violence or hatred towards against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes. Now, when you say in a video that you hate me, and then you follow it up by several other things, there's a list of things on here that you can't say, okay? Number one, and I love that YouTube puts this as number one, age, okay? You cannot say things about people based on age. And then say, and you said in your newest video that you don't hate me, but in your previous video you said, I don't hate him. Well, I guess I sort of do. Girl. Okay, so I said that I was going to give him 24 hours, and I never threatened you and said that you had to respond to me in 24 hours. I said you had to rectify the situation, okay? You could have taken down the videos. You could have done all that kind of stuff. That was what I was insinuating, okay? You chose to come out with another video. Now, I didn't watch this video, okay, because I said I would. So I watched this video, and it's a completely different tune, okay? Now he's got a stalker of his own that lives in his building. This person, he's going to have to call the police because this person is stalking him. He feels very sorry that I have a stalker, okay? But let me just tell you that, like, 15 minutes, he really never addresses anything that I say in my video, except for that I said his comments are fake, which they are, okay? I don't give a shit what he says in his video about how he didn't fake these comments. They literally came out of nowhere in 10 minutes, okay? Not 40 people weren't defending you in 10 minutes when they hadn't defended you for the last 24 hours, okay? It's bullshit. So just own it and admit it. I mean, it's really weak when it's so obvious that you want to come out and that's what you defend the most, is that these comments are not fake, right? Okay. So the first 15 minutes is where he wants to educate me about what twinks are and what people on the DL are. A girl, seriously. I mean, seriously, I have been out since I was 18 years old, okay? I mean, you do not need to educate me on this. By the way, he says in the video that this person that he was hitting on was 22 or 23 and was younger than him at this time. So don't come for me and say that this is a child. This person is older than 23 years old, okay? Don't. Number two, I want to say this, for all the people out there that want to say, I cannot believe that a larger channel sent all these people to hate on this channel. First of all, I never once said his name in my video. Any videos I talked about him, never once, okay? Never once. And people have asked in the comment sections, what is his name's channel? What is the name of his channel? If you post it on there and I see it, I will delete that comment, okay? People found his channel because he was stupid enough to tag my name in it. That's not my fault, okay? But I just want to make this very, very clear, because we always talk about this, like, oh, if a larger channel and a smaller channel, like a larger channel shouldn't send hate to a smaller channel. Y'all think that people haven't sent hate to me? Can we talk about that for a second? You don't think Trisha Paytas has sent hate to me? You don't think, y'all weren't talking about mom mentality then? You don't think Jeffree Star has sent hate to me? Y'all weren't talking about mom mentality then? I mean, all these people have sent hate to me, okay, by their super fans. Y'all weren't talking about mom mentality then? This person said horrific things about me in their video, okay? If I had 10 million subscribers and I wanted to send people, I wanted to say his name in a video, which I never did, okay? Because I'm not about that. But if I wanted to, and I had 10 or 20 million subscribers, I have every fucking right to do that, okay? With the horrendous amount of bullshit that he said in his video about me. So for you to back that up and say that's mom mentality and I'm sending all these people, you better get fucked, okay? That means that no matter, if you are smaller than somebody, you have every right to just slam them against the, you know, and just say all kinds of horrific shit that's misinformation about there. No, that's not true. And I just want to say this because he says in there, obviously I'm not one of your stalkers. I never said you were. I said that your behavior was stalkerish, your actions were stalkerish, and your speech was stalkerish, okay? In relation to what I've talked about. Then you say that you live in Canada and you're 5'5" and you couldn't beat my ass if you wanted to. Okay, I ain't worried about nobody beating my ass. The threats, the stalking, the harassing that I have received has not been physical. Trust me, if somebody wants to walk up on my front doorstep, I can hold my own, but I'm not about violence. So that's not how I'll be handling that situation, okay? Trust that. But just to put this in perspective, I don't know where this misunderstanding is that you have to be a channel that's larger or have a lot of time on your hands or whatever. The number one person that has brought the most pain and misery to my life was a channel that had less than 100 subscribers that was putting out the most misinformation about me, okay? And painting a defamatory picture of me. They live 4 states away from me. I know exactly where they live. I have their address and everything. I know where their husband works. I know where they work. I know everything. I know the names of their pets and everything, okay? Trust. And people behind the scenes are working on this. But this is a long process. They live 4 states away from me. I don't even think they've been to Indiana, okay? The lengths that this person went to, okay, when they had a job and they're raising kids and pets and in a marriage, okay, the lengths they went to bring misery to my life. Don't even talk to me about how it matters where you live or how small of a channel you are, whatever. This person, they literally have no time to be doing. They must have been spending every free minute they have to make my life miserable, okay? But they did it. So that has no bearing on stalking and harassers, whatever, okay? Like, we need to not paint that picture, okay? That's why I brought attention to you, because your behavior is scary, all right? Take a look at it. You know, the only thing you were consumed about with my video was that I said that your comments were fake and that you wanted to make sure that I understood what a twink and somebody on the DL was. Girl, trust me, I've shared my own stories about people on the DL, okay? And I'm glad that you like my videos where I'm making grilled cheese. And you said at the end of the video that wouldn't it be funny if we turned around and we ended up being best friends? Baby, we ain't never gonna be best friends, okay? We ain't never gonna be friends. That ain't never gonna happen, okay? I don't have people in my life that speak to me this way. I had a friend of mine years ago that said to me, you know, if somebody speaks to me this way, what I say to them is, you must not think very highly of me to think it's okay to speak to me this way. We will never be friends, okay? But my goal is not to take down your channel, all right? Which is why I gave you 4 warnings, all right? Now, you say in your video that you just want to clear the air. You said in your video, and I'm just clearing this up because I've talked about it in 4 videos, so I'm going to talk about it in this video, okay? And then I'm done talking about it. And so are you, I hope, because you said that. You said in a comment you're never going to speak about me again, okay? And you said in your video that you just want to clear this up. That we hope you understand each other. Your tune in this last video was so different than your tune before. You literally said in the video that you hate me. Now you're saying that you're a fan of mine, that you like me. Girl, I don't know what's going on with you, okay? But in this same video that I just watched, because my plan was that I knew that you would come out with another video, okay? Which you did. So the first video, I already have time-stamped all the times that I can report you, okay? This video, I already time-stamped too, all the times that I can report you for the things that you said to me. So now you've given me 2 videos that I can strike. So you walked right into my plan, okay? So if I choose to, I can strike your channel and I can take your channel down. That is not my goal. That is not my goal with anybody's channel. That's why I don't strike channels, okay? But you said in the video, if I didn't want you to make any more videos about me, that you would stop. You said it twice, okay? I've had people that have asked me never to speak of them in videos again, and I haven't. I'm asking you, please, I'm asking you nicely. I said I don't hate you. I'm asking you nicely. I think you need help, okay? But please do not ever speak about me again in a video. If you do, we're aces. I will never speak of you, and you will never speak of me again, and we'll be fine, and I will not strike your channel. But trust, I've got proof. The next time that you come out, I'm filing that strike. I'm telling you right now, okay? So, you leave those videos up. Let everybody go over there and see the foolishness of it, okay? The foolishness of what you think is important to talk about when you didn't even address one thing that I was concerned about. You leave those videos up there, I'm fine, okay? You don't have to take those videos down, whatever. Just don't speak of me again, and we're fine, all right? And I won't speak of you. But for everybody wanting to know why I'm addressing this, it's because I had a channel that had less than 100 subscribers that was coming out and doing a lot of damage, and then I found out that that person was the one that was behind the scenes being very, very scary in my personal life, okay? So I can't take this as a joke. I don't give a shit how small their channel is. So anyway, let's go into the whole Jeffree Star thing. So I started getting sent this video clip about Jeffree Star coming out in this podcast that he's coming out with this week. And there was a video clip that was put out. I think she put it out on her TikTok that she did an interview with Jeffree Star. In the video, Jeffree Star talks about James Charles, okay? Y'all can timestamp this at the 19-minute and 30-second mark or something. I'm not even there yet, but that's where you can timestamp it. And no, I don't hate about the timestamps. If y'all don't want to listen to that, you don't have to listen to it. You can fast forward through it. Okay, so Jeffree Star comes out. Now, I want to read this article. Oh, shoot. Where is it at? Okay, I want to read this article. Hold on a second. And the article is in the Holiday Life because it kind of sums up everything. But I am going to, well, I don't know. I might. The thing is that every time I listen to a video clip or I show a TikTok in my videos always get striked. They always do. So I think I'm just going to read the article. Rich Lux has the video clip on his Twitter. They have Rich Lux's thing over here. Here, Spill Some Tea With Me on Instagram has the video clip, so you guys can go watch it and hear it in Jeffree Star's voice. The interview is going to be coming out here soon, so you guys can watch the whole interview. But basically, this article in the Hollywood Life covers the whole thing. And this was posted, I think, like 12 hours ago. Jeffree Star slams James Charles 2 years after sexting scandal and scathing new interview. I just love that word scathing so much, don't you? Oh my Lord! Did you ever watch that movie Trouble with Angels with Hayley Mills back in the day? Oh my God, I love that movie. She wasn't just in The Parent Trap. I know y'all think that, okay? You guys are like, no, that was Lindsay Lohan. I'm talking the original Parent Trap, which was much better, okay? So in the movie Trouble with Angels, they're at a convent, right? And they're smoking cigarettes and they get caught by the Mother Superior and all this kind of stuff. But in the movie, okay, Hayley Mills, who's like a rebel, but she's at a convent, she always says, I have a brilliantly scathing idea. Well, Hayley, I always have brilliantly scathing ideas too, so I so relate to that. Okay. The Jeffree Star Cosmetics founder called out the YouTube star on September 11th for the prior sexting allegations against him, while he also slammed Kim Kardashian. Good for you, Jeffree Star. Now, Jeffree, I know that you've had a huge issue with the Kardashian Jenners for a long time because you're not one of them, okay? And you want to be good Judies with them, and they don't want to be good Judies with you. But I will say, I think this is an appropriate time to call out Kim Kardashian because Kim Kardashian is supporting James Charles painted products, okay? So, Kim Kardashian also, like Manny MUA, like Lipstick Nick, like all these other people, she is supporting a predator, okay? Kim Kardashian, you can come out and address that, or is your Skims business too important for you? Okay. The YouTube drama is reignited. Now, I do believe, I made a joke about it the other day, but I do believe that Dramageddon 4 is about to happen. I do, or 5 or 6 or whatever we're at this point. The YouTube drama reignited. Jeffree Star 37 appears in a teaser for the September 13th episode of the Dumb Blonde podcast and called out James Charles 24 for the prior sexting allegations against him. He said, I don't know what the word is, I don't know what the word is. I loved Wheel of Fortune, but I was never that good at it. It's like, I got something. And thought that I could expose someone else's trauma and story to X somebody out, meaning James Charles. He said in a part, he is the biggest piece of shit. They X out the HIT. Do you remember, I was saying this to my husband the other day, and he was like, I mean, because he grew up in Venezuela, so he's like, I don't remember this, right? But do you remember in elementary school, and the teacher would go, shh, and everybody go, hit, shh, and oh my God, I love that. That was probably one of the only parts of elementary school I ever liked. Okay, that and doing girls' hair. I used to do this girl Courtney's hair when we would watch film strips. We didn't call them movies back then, we called them film strips, okay? When we would watch film strips, I would braid this girl Courtney's hair. Listen, don't even come, okay? I should never have, gone into social work or been a YouTuber. I should have gone into hair all day long, okay? I could do fishtails and French braids and all kinds of stuff back in the 3rd grade, okay? And I will never forget, and I have shared this before, so fact check it. I will never forget doing a fishtail French braid up on old Courtney, right? And we're sitting there on the floor, and there I am doing this braid, and the lights go on, and the teacher calls me out in front of everybody and goes, Peter Monn, this is not beauty shop. It should have been, and they should have been paying me, but they weren't, okay? And I think that's the reason why I never did go to hair school. I could have been making a fortune in hair school right now. I could have been like that Jose Bear. With a long braid and a cowboy hat. I could have, though. Is he still relevant? Is he problematic? I don't even know. Okay. So anyway, he said in part, he is the biggest piece of shit in the beauty industry. Now, he won't say it in this article. They won't say it in this article, but I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say the fucks and the shits and all of it. In addition, the internet personality claimed that that person, meaning the person on the, we're talking about the voice notes is what we're talking about, okay? The alleged voice notes that Jeffree Star is been throwing around and saying that there's these voice notes out there that somebody says something about James Charles. Now, I'm going to talk about that in a second because I am so tired of hearing about these fucking voice notes. Everybody in YouTube and in Hollywood knows who the voice notes are from and they know what they're about, okay? I'm so tired of hearing about it, all right? So I'm going to talk about them voice notes in a second. That person did not want Jeffree to expose them, meaning, okay, that person didn't want it to be from them coming out exposing James Charles. That person did not want me to, therefore this person, meaning James Charles, is still free, he added. And to see this person still out there, y'all, they're not thriving like they used to be at all, which is such a diss, but it's totally true, right, about James Charles. It's just interesting. The Jeffree Star Cosmetics founder went on to add that the beauty industry has demonic snakes at play. Woo! We're not talking about Centipede by Robbie Jackson, okay? Do you guys remember that song back in the day? Oh my god, I love that song, Centipede by Robbie Jackson, so much. We're talking about demonic snakes. He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Little Paula Abdul for you. Okay, so then he goes on to say, he allegedly has done a lot of horrible things. Allegedly. Why are we saying allegedly? Jeffree Star, you better than anybody should know, okay, that word don't clear you anything, okay? Jeffree continued, he admitted to talking to minors. He is a fucking piece of shit. When host Bunny XO asked Jeffree if the allegations were true, he recalled James' video where he allegedly, not allegedly, spoke about the sexing allegations. One of the most vile human beings on this planet, Jeffree quipped to Bunny. Hollywood Life reached out to reps for James, but did not receive an immediate response. Of course not. He's too busy in his DMs. Are you kidding? Later, Jeffree noted that can I see your ID? How old are you? Oh wait, I gotta put some paint on. I gotta paint a star on my face for Jeffree Star. He couldn't respond because he was too busy DMing with people. Later, Jeffree noted that he has not addressed these things in the past. However, he is not holding back now. People aren't ready for the truth. People aren't ready for the truth. You're not ready for the truth. He said, everyone wants to keep their mouth shut. Why? If someone is bad, let people know. He then went on to call out Kim Kardashian, 42, using James' makeup. You have an A-list celebrities literally using this shit. Yes, Kim Kardashian, we're talking to you, he added. Good for you, Jeffree. I know you got a bone to pick with the Kardashians because they never wanted you to be around. Even though you threw them into the whole... Remember when Jeffree Star said the Illuminati tried to shut him down? Like, literally that time period, you guys, I mean, to be a drama channel covering that shit was so much fun. Okay, Toddy, he's gonna come for us. He's gonna have the Holy Ghost because he's gonna come for us. Oh, Miss Toddy, did Jeffree Star never come for you? You said you ruined the beauty community, okay? You ruined your own channel, but he's gonna come for us. And then Jeffree Star wants to come out and say I'm fanning myself because I truly am hot, okay? Then Jeffree Star wants to come out and say the Illuminati is trying to shut him down. Girl! Ew! Ow! Damn it, that hurts. Girl, what Illuminati is coming after you? Girl, you're talking about some NFL player's mom, okay? You're talking about some NFL player's mom that you're up in DMs going, hey, you want to hang out? I'll fly you to Wyoming. And his mom got a hold of it. And she's like, you ain't messing with my son, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't no Illuminati after you, Jeffree Star. Come on now. Let's stick to the truth. Let's stick to reality. I like reality television, not fake. But I am glad that he's calling out Kim Kardashian. Somebody needs to. Kim Kardashian, you're a fucking joke, okay? Supporting a predator. You got kids, okay? Girl, seriously? Come out and address that, Kim Kardashian. So anyway, Jaclyn Hill's probably shaking in her boots. The only reason Jaclyn Hill probably follows James Charles isn't because she likes James Charles. It's probably because Kim Kardashian likes James Charles. I figured it out. Listen, I got a true crime book club. Don't fuck with me, okay? I figured it out. The only reason that Jaclyn Hill follows James Charles is because Kim Kardashian follows James Charles. That's why. Okay, now we know. Jaclyn Hill ain't got no investment in James Charles other than Kim Kardashian does. Okay. Interestingly, Jeffree did not name James until the end of the clip. You'll have to tell me who it is later so I can steer clear of that human. Like, everybody in the world didn't know who this human was, Bunny, but thanks for keeping it cute for the interview. The host said seconds before Jeffree named him, oh, his name is James Charles. Oh. Now you got Ethan Klein calling out James Charles on the red carpet to People magazine, okay? And you got Jeffree Star in the podcast calling out James Charles. Now, Robbie and Kristi, you probably should have come out and addressed this shit, okay? I was trying to help you, girl. I was seriously trying to help you, okay? But now you're going to get linked into all this shit because all these people are calling out James Charles. Colleen Ballinger is probably sitting over there and she's like, oh, girl. Girl. Corey, bring me a Diet Pepsi. Girl. Corey, rub my feet. Corey, rub my feet. Girl. Start me one of them group chats again. Can we start one of those group chats again? Rub my feet and we'll start one of those group chats, okay? Yeah, Corey. Woo, I'm so glad they're on James again, then I don't have to worry about it. Swoop! Swoop! And then that interview with Swoop comes out with your ex. You shouldn't have fucked with your ex, Colleen, okay? Now, I done learned something a long time ago. Y'all think I'm stupid, okay? You think I'm some elderly old man sitting up here talking shit? Listen, okay? I might not be smart, but listen, I'm street smart, okay? And I learned a long time ago. You do not know whose path you're going to cross again. I don't give a fuck about none of these people, okay? But listen, I live in the same town with some of my exes, okay? You part civilly with those people unless they've done you some harm, okay? But none of my exes did me any harm, okay? It stopped. I can't believe this is another long-ass video. You part civilly with them, okay? Then when you see them out and about, you say, hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you and all that kind of stuff, right? She gonna do the Holy Ghost on us. What, y'all gonna call me out for saying I'm making fun of Toddy Westbrook's religion? I don't even know what her religion is, okay? I don't even know what her religion is. Get over it. Fucking joke. Oh, his name is James Charles. Wait, here it is. His name is James Charles. Oh, wait, where is that? Soon after, Bunny shared the clip with her 4.2... Where did I get... Okay, wait. Interesting... Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah. Soon after Bunny shared the clip with her 4.2 million followers. Girl! All right, hey, I didn't even know who you were. I'm going to start watching you. Okay, she's cute, too. If she's problematic, I don't know. If she's problematic, I won't follow her or watch her, okay? I'm just saying that now to get ahead of the game. See, I ain't stupid. I take my own advice, okay? Soon after, Bunny shared the clip with her 4.2 million followers. Many of them took the comments to react to Jeffree reigniting the drama with James. Oh, his name is James Charles. The end, bro, what? I was not expecting that. One fan pinned, while another added, I knew who it was before he even said it. So did the whole entire world except for Gabrielle Bluestone, because she don't know what James Charles did, but she wrote a whole article defending him. Several others noted how much they enjoyed the way Jeffree called out James. I'm living for it, to be honest with you. I mean, Jeffree Star's a piece of shit, too, but I kind of live for the fact that he's calling out James Charles. Girl, bring on Dramageddon 4. I'm ready for it, you know? Oof, we love it, Unfiltered Jeffree. He's not scared to ever drop that name. But he won't ever drop really any facts, right? He won't really ever drop any facts. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. And Admire quipped, while another chimed in with, the tea has indeed been spilled. As previously mentioned, James was accused of allegedly speaking inappropriately to minors. It says in 2021, but that's not true. As reported by Vulture, in 2022. Allegedly talking to minors. Why do we keep on using this word allegedly when it comes to James Charles? James Charles got in a video and took accountability for it. He said in there, to my victims, I apologize, okay? Or I am sorry. To what victims? The victims of the people that had to wear that horrible makeup that you put out, girl? Those victims? No, you're talking about the two people that were 16 years old that you were talking about. Those victims, girl, to those victims, okay, why are we saying allegedly when James Charles came out and self-proclaimed? He's a self-proclaimed predator. That's why I keep on saying that, okay? And people are like, why are you calling him a self-proclaimed predator? Because he is, okay? Sorry, I mean, you know, if somebody works at McDonald's and I say, Sally Joe that works at McDonald's, why are you saying she works at McDonald's? Because she does work at McDonald's. If she calls herself the Big Mac maker and I say, Judy Smith, the Big Mac maker at McDonald's, don't call her the Big Mac maker. Well, she's the Big Mac maker. She came out and said she was the Big Mac maker. James Charles came out and said he was a predator in that video. In 2 videos, actually, in an open conversation. I can say it. He said it. I can say it. What's the big fucking deal? Like, get over it. You James Charles apologists are ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. So I want to speak right to the James Charles apologist for a second, okay? Now, next year, okay, well, I guess school's already started this year. In 7th grade, okay, life starts getting tough and you have to start making some choices, okay? So in 7th grade this year, the year that you're in, don't be talking to people in DMs on your phone, okay? Just don't. It's just don't, okay? As previously mentioned, James was accused of allegedly speaking inappropriately to minors in 2021 in Vulture magazine. Shortly after the accusations, James took to YouTube to share a video titled, no, this wasn't, the dates are all wrong on this, titled Holding Myself Accountable, in which he broke the silence on the allegations. As I did more research on these topics and self-reflected, I realized that the receipts and the screenshots and the specific details of this interaction really don't matter because I fucked up. Yeah, you did. And here's evidence of your video. And I needed to take accountability for my actions and most importantly apologize to the people who were affected by them, he said at the time. He sure did. Here it is. Most recently, James spoke out about the allegations during a July 2023 interview with Cosmopolitan. I have never been more disgusted in my life than when I found out that the kid was 16 years old. You mean the kids? Because there wasn't just one. There was one and then there was another one. There was a one and there was... Because you didn't learn it the first time, okay? When you learn it one time, that's a lesson. When you learn it 2 times, that's a pattern, okay? But you still haven't learned it because you're still asking people for IDs. This is why James Charles is problematic for people that don't want to accept it, okay? James Charles came out in this article, came out years ago, and said he had learned. He hasn't learned anything. He says in this Cosmopolitan article, he's still asking people for IDs. Who is young enough looking that you need to ask them for your ID? James Charles, if I was talking to you in DMs, would you ask for my ID? Probably not, okay? So let's just be real for a second, okay? I was mortified, absolutely mortified. The magazine clarified that you're probably upset that they were 16. That wasn't the age you were really going for, was it? Okay. The magazine clarified that James has never been legally charged with engaging inappropriately with a minor because nobody pressed charges, and that it has been proven that he had knowingly done so. It was provenly that he had knowingly done so because James Charles self-proclaimed in that article, or in that video. Okay. Let's talk about this voice note for a second. This voice note that everybody in the fucking world on YouTube knows who it's from and what it's about, okay? Now, I'm not going to call this person out, all right? Because this person doesn't want it known that it's coming from him. When, in fact, okay, and Dustin Daly just proved this recently in a video, if you go back and you watch James Charles' video, No More Lies, okay? In the video, he says who it is in the video. He says who the voice note is, okay? I went back and I watched the video. He says in the video who it is. He says Jeffree Star is going to come out and say that this person said this. He says it. So it doesn't really matter at this point if Jeffree Star... I don't know why Jeffree Star is protecting this person, because James Charles came and outed this person for what they said, okay? So James Charles knew exactly what Jeffree Star was talking about because he knew who the voice note was from. Now, the reason that everybody is protective is because this is one of the nicest people that has ever been on YouTube, okay? And doesn't want to be dragged into the drama. And I totally understand that, all right? But the voice notes are real, all right? I've joked about them in the past. I know enough people that have heard the voice notes. The voice notes are real, okay? James Charles is a predator, and the voice note would prove it. Fact. End of story. And everybody on YouTube, I don't care who you are, if you've ever interacted with the beauty community or you're in the drama community, everybody knows about the voice notes. They know who they're from, they know what they say, they know what they're about, okay? Period. End of story. And no, I am not going to talk about all of that in the video. It's not my time. It's not my place to say. Okay, this is not me throwing shade at Jeffree Star or something like that. There's a lot of shit that Jeffree Star has said that I don't care for. I didn't care for the fact that, you know, like he was leading it out on the Keemstar basement, whatever. But I understand why Keemstar, or why Jeffree Star wanted other people that probably already knew who it was from to hear it. Because they already knew who it was from. Everybody knows who it's from, right? But that they didn't want... And don't speculate in the comment section below. I will delete it if I see that you've speculated who it's about. But that they didn't... that he couldn't play it because this person asked him not to. I understand that. That might be the one good thing that Jeffree Star has done, right? I hope this person rethinks that stance at some time and realizes, even if they're, you know, have to come out and share their story, I hope they realize that them coming out and sharing their story might be what would be the end. I'm not talking about Jeffree Star, I'm talking about the other person. Might be what would be the end to James Charles. You guys connect the dots. It's not hard to figure out, okay? So that's that. So, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, is James Charles going to come out and address this? Do you think that James... I was talking to somebody earlier, they're like, do you think that James Charles will come out and address this? James Charles isn't going to come out and address this. What's he going to say? What's he going to say? Jeffree Star has so much shit on James Charles, and we don't know what is going to be said yet in the rest of this video, or this interview. Jeffree Star has so much shit on James Charles, and I believe that James Charles has shit on Jeffree Star too. I think that Jeffree Star just doesn't care anymore, right? What's James Charles going to come out and say that Jeffree Star hasn't already addressed 15 times? But James Charles, or Jeffree Star has a lot of shit on James Charles. I know things that James Charles has on Jeffree Star, okay? I know things that Jeffree Star has on James Charles that have to do with Jeffree Star, or I know that things that Jeffree Star has on James Charles that have to do with James Charles and Manny MUA, okay? So, and all those other players in there. Y'all think they got things on each other? They absolutely 100% do it. And we've all known about it for 4 years. But it's dark shit, you guys. And it's not my place to get in a video and talk about it. It's theirs to talk about it. I would never come out and betray somebody by saying those things that are very, very serious. That's not my place. But if Jeffree Star ever comes out and chooses to share those things, Jeffree Star at this point, he don't give a fuck. He ain't got nothing to lose. James Charles just came out with a brand new brand, okay? You think he's going to come out and address this and test the waters and poke the bear of Jeffree Star? And listen, y'all know I don't think Jeffree Star is a good person, okay? I don't. But you think he's going to poke the bear of Jeffree Star, that Jeffree Star might come out and tell the things that he knows? Go back and look at the tweets, okay? Go back and look at Jeffree insinuating there's a reason why he's not allowed to Jeffree's house. Go back and read those tweets that Jeffree Star put out when Dramageddon was going down. Go back and read that. Go back and watch the things that were being said. It's not hard to put pieces together, okay? James Charles has been hitting on the wrong people for a very long time, okay? Is it a hard reach when James Charles has tried to convince other straight people that he just met off the internet? James Charles told me years ago when all this started going down, I said, James, it almost kind of seems to me like you heard Jeffree Star's story with Nathan, and that's exactly what you wanted. You wanted to find a straight guy, which Jeffree has come out, or Nathan came out later and said, I think that he was pansexual or something, but I said, it seems to me like you want what Jeffree Star has with Nathan, like you wanted to find this guy that had never been with another guy before. He goes, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what he said to me on the phone, okay? And he hasn't stopped. Is it a hard reach to think that James Charles is hitting up straight guys on TikTok and Instagram, and he wouldn't hit up straight guys that were in his own community? Think about that for a second, you know? It's going to be interesting to watch his interview. Like I said, I don't think that Jeffree Star is the greatest person in the world, okay? But I'm glad that he called out James Charles. I think somebody within the community that knows the facts needs to call out James Charles. And the rest of them need to stop following him, you know? And Jeffree's right. The reason why he has... It's not just because of this one voice note. The reason that James Charles has the platform that he has today is because so many people have protected James Charles for so long, which is why it's important that I call these people out and that other people call them out. If James Charles doesn't have a platform, he can't continue to hurt people, okay? He can't continue to do what he was doing before. He doesn't really deserve a platform. Let's be for real. He abused his platform. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.